guys. Now I do see this cute Eiffel Tower, and well, maybe I should have used this on the front, but I have an idea with it and I just want to use it. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical on how they cut it out, but I like this better. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to smudge the edges. And I'm going to glue it down on some black so it's sturdier. Even it's already nice and sturdy, but still. Go. Yep, that's way better. Alright, now what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something, of course, but first I'm gonna measure a little bit on how much this is, and now I know. So, yep, 4.5. We're gonna do something with a 4.5 depth. Alright, so I'm first going to cut my piece of paper, 4.5. Yep, check. Then we are going to make a flippity flop. Yep, check. Then flip. I'm going to make a mark on this side. Stay away, maybe just 2 millimeters. Stay away from the edges. So I'm going to score this also a little shorter. Yesterday evening, by the way, I must tell you this, I was playing a little around. I didn't want to watch too early television, and I have downstairs the all-in-work tool, same one as this one, same blade, and I must say I was cutting chipboard, and I must say it was 1mm chipboard, 1mm chipboard, but it cuts like butter. And I think if this is even thicker, I actually want to try it out, but oh wait, here is a little piece. I want to try it out, guys, just on, I like to do this on camera. So what if because you can do this just several times. Now I have the first groove, and now I'm just going to go in and in and in and in till, and I'm just going to push each time a little harder till, I'm just going to try this out till I'm all the way. Well, I think I almost am all the way. See, it's just almost all the way. Not completely, but wow, I am impressed. I am impressed, guys. I want to know, of course, can I cut this one with this blade? I want to know. Let's do the other one. I don't think that we can go any deeper as I already am at the bottom. That is actually a shame, but because the knife really cuts through butter. But just the last little piece, see that? Just the last little piece does not go all the way. But then, of course, wait just a sec. Why not? If you make a mark and then just flip it around, then you can. Oh wow, that's a good idea. When I'm cutting my pieces upstairs here, I'm just gonna use this knife. Cool. Yeah, I was just trying because yeah, like I said yesterday, the 1mm, wow, really cuts like butter. I was really impressed by it. But normally for the bigger albums I use the 2mm, but then really this cuts also perfectly. And it's so much better than using a ruler and a knife, because now I really can keep this straight. So let's say I like to cut it on this piece right here, and then I just have to make 2 marks, and then I think use it on this side. And on this side, and oh, ta-da! Oh, wow, I'm impressed. And now I really can cut perfectly straight. Cool. That's just a thought. Just a thought that I wanted to share with you. Alright, let's get back in track. With my pocket on this side. Okay, so this is going to be my pocket on here. Now before I'm going to glue this down, this is my tower. I like this to be moved up. So I'm going to make a little how you call that? A little call it a little yeah, tunnel. Is it a tunnel? I think it's a tunnel, but I'm not gonna make it too well. Let me first, does not need that long. Let me do this way, 1/2 inch, and then let's see. Here's my sun again, I think. Let's just score how I think it's 3/4. It's wide enough. A 3/4. Okay. So that leaves us this, and then I can cut it. Alright, so what I just did is I made a hinge, and then I made another hinge, a 3/4 opening. So this is a 3/4 inch about, and in centimeters that's 2 centimeters. Alright, so this is gonna be I don't even need a tunnel. Wait just a sec. I don't need a tunnel. This needs to be a tunnel. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I won't really like this to be sturdy. So what I'm gonna do is I need to cut this down, I know. But let me just glue this together so we have a nice sturdy spot right here. Alright, make this nice tight so it's nice and sturdy. Alright. Cut this size. Alright, that's that. Now we need to make a small piece that flips around it. So I'm just gonna cut also a 3/4, and this one we are just gonna fold around it. Okay, so just make the first one just like that, and then flip it over. And you don't need to make it too tight, but also not too loose. It has to be movable. Yeah. All right, now this one we're gonna cut a little shorter. Then we just put some glue on and we wrap it around it. There we go. So this is what we have. Yeah, this slides on here. Now, of course, this is not decorative. So if I'm gonna put this on top, then it's gonna be movable, but still the Eiffel Tower needs a nice background. So if I put this off, can I still put it on? Yeah, of course. Ugh, I hope. Alright, so, and that is also a thing that I crossed my mind right now. Maybe it was even better to do that earlier, before I just did that. Wow, this was actually a nice extra cut. This is the sheet that I cut off. Yeah, and I am in the saving mode, guys. I am really in the saving papers mode. Maybe I am in a terrible saving papers mode, but yeah, that's just me. I like to save it all, even every little tiny bit I like to save. Alright, now, but this one really fits nicely on here. Does not have to be. But I should maybe, just maybe, first doing this and then make this tunnel. But hey, we always can make another tunnel. Not that bad. Alright, I'm gonna use this little strip. So the background is also nice and pretty. Here we go. Now I am wondering if this now still fits. Oh, yep, it still does. Nice. Alright. Now I'm gonna put some glue on. And then I'm just gonna apply in the biggest spot my I'm just gonna glue it down on the biggest spot. Nice and straight. Glue it down. Okay, and now this is movable up and down. Cool. Alright. Now what we're going to do on this pocket, first of course we're going to decorate. And then when we are done with decorating, we're going to apply this on here. And then this still can go down and up and down and up. Alright, so that's done. So what we're gonna do at here, what shall we do? What background do we like to use? Do we like some first another piece of paper, or shall we just glue down the pages? Do you like a frame? Oh my gosh, so many options. What shall we do with this one? I like to keep it. I'm gonna use this one, guys. So it fits very, very nice with this. So that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this piece of paper. Go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I need to check because I moved my paper. See, I moved my paper so it's not straight. I need to adjust that. I moved it, but we just can adjust my black one. Alright, smooth the edges if you like. Put this on. Finished. So I'm just gonna put this at the bottom, and now you can see that my black is a little too high, but that's because my design paper was not completely straight and I had to adjust that a little. So now I'm just gonna cut down a little piece of black, so now I still am good to go. Alright, now let's see. Of course I need to cut this down now too, a little, just a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna move my mover in the middle. And then I just can apply the glue. So just a little at the bottom and the top. That's more than enough. Here we go. Put it on. Now I hear you thinking, what's the use of making that movable tower? And I will tell you in a second. Alright, now I'm going to glue this down. Don't forget the bottom, otherwise you don't have a pocket. There we go. And glue it in. Always stay as far as possible from the fault lines. So I'm going to stay as close as I can to this side, and then I still see that I have 2 millimeters distance from the fault line. So it has some space. Alright. That's our pocket, and this moves nicely up. Super cool. Now what we're going to do with this, because it's not only moving up and down, what we're going to do is we're going to make a few flaps. and then this will hold it down just a little bit more than not put something on that. Now I like to make two flippable pages to the left and to the right. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. How large is this? Well, I do not like measuring, so what I'm going to do is just going to apply this at the top, and then I'm going to stay 2 millimeters away from this edge, and that is what I'm going to use. This is large enough, and we do need two, so I'm going to cut down right away 2 pages so they are already the same. There we go. Making a flippity flop. And another flippity flop. Okay, and then we are gonna watch how far this can go, and I'm gonna stay till the same distance than the pocket is. Cut this down. That's one. Gonna glue it down right away. Nice in the corner. Here we go. I'm gonna flip this open, and now our next one is actually going the same distance. So the easiest way to do this is when you have that hinge, put it on the left side, close your page, and then just make a mark. And I'm gonna cut on the left side of my mark 1 millimeter. I am gonna stay away, and then it should be fitting now perfectly if I'm gonna stay straight with my pocket on this side. And then I still have my 2 millimeters away from that, and then this closes nicely under here. Perfect. So you don't see anything popping under, coming underneath this whole thing. So it's maybe a good thing to just open and close and just see and move till you are on the right spot. I like it just a little to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, and now I am at the right spot. And then I'm gonna burnish it all down. Alright. Here we go. Open it up. So we have a little page right here, and of course the pocket, and then this holds it down a little bit. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, super nice. Yeah, let's go put some decoration on it. Okay guys, I'm gonna decorate this first step, and I know a super cute way that still saves us a ton of paper. So first I'm gonna cut this in the right spot, and I'm gonna use my own print right here. Of course, save all the little bits somewhere. Alright, so check it out. I'm way too close to the edge. Alright, let me check. This fits perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna cut exactly the same one out of any color cardstock you like. I just like to use my pearl gray. I'm gonna use exactly the same size. Cut it out. Oh, sometimes it's so hard to get the papers. And here we go. Okay. Test it out. Yeah. Now what I'm gonna do, I am gonna cut down this piece of paper in one time, so I have exactly the same pieces. Can I do that? Oh, I hope I can. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out a frame. I am really too close with, just a minute. Here we go. Do you see it now? You still don't see it, but I do the best I can. Because this is way too long. And can I also make it this way? I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna flip this over so you will see, I will see it so much better. I also can cut this 2 times if I like, but no, I really like it this way. I'm not comfortable with doing it that way. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out the frame. Now, of course I need to bring it down to here. Yes. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cut down a frame. So I'm gonna cutting this down like this, then I'm gonna flip it around. And if you don't have this, then of course you just can use your ruler and a knife to do this. But I just recently used this, oh my gosh, and it's so easy doing. And here we go. Yeah, all right. There you go. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so I cut down 1/2 inch all the way around. And then also on the other, the blank piece. Now what I'm gonna do, of course, I'm gonna smooch my edges. Also on the inside. Don't forget, trust me, it's so much better. It is, it is, it is. Here we go. Alright, now this one will come on here. So I'm gonna glue it down right away. Why not? Here we go. Glue it on. lift things up, guys, if you don't see it nicely, clearly. Just lift it up and glue it down on the right spot. Here we go. Burnish it down. Yes! Alright, now what's the plan? I have this piece right here and it should be fitting exactly inside, and it does. So, okay. You know me, I just love smooching everything. So first, I'm just gonna smooch all the edges. Then I go a little deeper. Go, and if I'm satisfied, and I think I am, then I can place it down on here. If you like to stamp anything on it, then this is the time to do that. I am, wait just a sec. I do like a nice stamp. Well, I bought this set recently. I really like it. So, how gorgeous this would look. What do you like? This one only, or just one of this? This is absolutely stunning. I like it. Wait just a sec, I also have this one. Where I only used a little butterfly from. It's just, what do we like? This is also nice, well it's too small. Only on the sides. But it's too small. Or a corner, no they are just all too big, so I'm just gonna use this one. Alright, so I recently bought these in my cheap store. The Action. Really love it. Alright, so yep, I do love to use my stamping tool right here. And yeah, it's smoothy, I know. Still need to clean it all up. But you know me, I am not that good in that thing of cleaning. I see that I have my stamp upside down, but luckily it has a little crown inside, so luckily I do not have it glued down. Oh wow, super cool. Yeah, that makes it so much better. Alright, don't forget to clean your stamp. I'm always terrible at that. Here we go. Try to take it off and put it back. I know for myself that will be only now because it's still new. I know for myself that if I'm going to use it more, that it will lay down in a drawer or something. I know I'm terrible in stamps. That's why I love to buy cheap ones. I think this one, I even bet it's under €1 or something. Use it a couple of times and then I'm fed up with it. And then I'm just, yeah, I know, I'm terrible at that. I know. Alright, so here we go. I really like this. Super cool. So what do you say? And then the back, of course, that's not the only reason that I cut 2 times, because this we now can use for the back. Yay! So I first go exactly the same. First checking it out if your frame is perfect fitting inside, and it does. And then I'm just gonna do exactly the same. You can smooch this nicely all the way around. It's easier when I lay this down. So I'm gonna smooch that, glue that down, and then I'll be back to you. Ooh, this is also nice. Alright, so when I tested it out, I really like it. I don't know if you like it, but I certainly do. A nice grungy piece of paper, which I absolutely love. Alright, so what I did is just grab a piece of, how you call this, tissue paper, I know, and I just put, yeah, just make a little, I call this, yeah, that, and then just put it on here, and then just go around a few times, as many times as you like. This time I used purple, but you can use any color. And if you go around, then just move it and just make another ball, so you have a different pattern, and then just go again. And just as many, do this as many as you like, and as dark as you like, as you can see. Alright, so mine is pretty dark already. Look how cute, even without the brown. Look at that, even without the brown. Don't say you don't like this. It's so cool to make a plain cardstock so much nicer. Alright, super cool. So that's an absolutely stunning idea, but I made it a little more crunch. Now this one I did pretty much. Now let's say I do it this time a little less, only the edge. See how that goes. You also can add different colors, of course. Just play along and just see what you like. But this I really like. Can't say that enough. I do like it. See, you don't need always design paper. And if you like to add more, then you just go on and on and on. If you like to use a stamp, be my guest. Really cool. But for this one, I like to do this, I think the lighter one I put here. I'm not going to use a stamp because I use a stamp here and here, otherwise if I do too much, it's too much. So, and I don't want that. There we go. Definitely need to clean up my fingers when I'm done. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, and then this one on the other side. Nice places for photos or whiting spots. I think whiting spots in my case. and now only we have to do a nice background. Super cool. And then this is your little stopper. Oh my gosh, I really like it. Yeah, this is super cool. Yay! Alright, what shall we do on the background? Definitely some papers. I don't want to make too many of... yeah, but we do not have that much. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You even can use something like this as background. That's an option. You don't have to, but you can. Would be awesome, especially the color ones. But it's just an option. It's an option. If you don't want to, then don't. But it's an option. If you have some extra papers, then you can. Oh my gosh, now I am really struggling. Especially for the backgrounds. You also can use just a plain brown one. Just gonna see how that looks, guys. Do you like it or not? Do it. There we go. Just put this in the back and see how it's, if you feel like, because it's a background and I don't want to waste too much papers. What do you say? Or do you like this color background? No, this I really don't like. This might be. What I also can do is just leave it for just a second and then come back if I decide. But that's also an option. Okay, but for now, I like this page. Well, page, it's a nice insert, of course. So what do you think? What do you think? Nice pockets inside, big tag inside, and then the meaning is that we are going to add an insert and we are going to cut everything on the right size, of course, but that is the deal. Looks ridiculous right now, but you still need to make this nice fitting. But that's a little the idea. So I still don't know if I keep this plain or also do something like that, but that's for now. Do you like it? I like it. Super cool. Super cool, cool. Yes, alright, so are we ready for the next one? Well, the next one, maybe it's a good idea to do the next, no, shall we, no, something in my head. I was trying to tell you, maybe it's a nice thing to do the next one with this one, but no, we're first going to do the 3 inserts. That's the goal. But we first, wow, I really like it. Super nice. Yes, super cool. Alright, that's the deal. So up to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Cool. Okay guys, call me crazy, I know. But this idea I had last night and I just want to try it out. I just wanted to try it out. So what I'm gonna do here is maybe the short ones. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my washi tape. And I'm just gonna put this with or without width with a small edge. with the smaller edge. Alright, so that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh. What's this ugly little thing? Alright, and when I'm done, I'm gonna cut in between. I'm just gonna give it a go, guys. I am. I'm not crazy. Nope, I'm not. I'm just gonna try things out. Alright, what am I doing here? I'm just gonna use my washi tape and to do something with it. I also can use this as as design paper. But I'm not gonna do that, but it's possible. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. But I'm gonna cut these out as strips. And I don't know how many I need, but let's make a few more. Maybe I'm just going to use them all. Why not? See how many that we can make. How many is there on the roll? Not that many, I know, but one more. Yep. One more. Yep. Alright, pretty much actually. Okay, do the washi tape test. How many is there on a roll? Oh, now I one more. Yep, now I'm out. Yeah, now I'm out. Okay, cool. I think the last one I need to glue down. The glue is running out. Alright. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna cut all this off, and then I'll come back. Ta-da! Alright, so here we have all those little pieces. Now, what in the world are we going to do with that? Yeah, now still, I am gonna go to this one, or maybe, yeah, no, we just stay on this one. Yeah, it pops it up even more. Oh yeah. All right. Oh my god, let me take a sip. What I'm gonna do here. What am I gonna do? Ooh. All right. Ridiculous idea. Okay, guys, grab another piece of paper, and because we are going to do crazy stuff, I know, but we'll just see how it goes. First of all, yeah, a pocket. Yeah, I can't I can't help myself. We do need another pocket. we just do. Make a mark on the other side. Just make it smaller, guys. Make it smaller. Keep away from this edge at least 2 millimeters. This one we still can add, but stay away from the edge. Here we go. Shorter. Yes, alright, that's the pocket, but of course not the correct size. This is way too high. We don't want that. Shall we? 5. Because I definitely want to show you something. Yeah, let's cut this at 5 or maybe even no 5. It's long. It's deep enough. 5. All right. Let's make it a 5 pocket. Not gluing down just yet. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm gonna test something out. So what I'm gonna do, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna glue down just a tiny bit. And I'm gonna glue down. I even don't know. Wait just a second. How many can we do? Wait just a second. How many can we do? I know how much depends on, of course. Three, 6, 7. I think 7. Alright. Alright, first we start. I never did this before, guys, so if it goes wrong, then I'm sorry. But just give it a go. Alright. 1 on the outside, 1 on the inside. Okay. Need to make sure that I'm not putting that much glue on it. Alright, and now we need to know how far from each other they are, because we do like this a little bit equal, don't we? Something like this, and just move a little bit. Does not have to be perfect, guys. I think something like this. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab the other one. I think you know what I'm gonna do, what the plan is. Got a feeling that you have the feeling too what we are gonna do. Crazy stuff, I know. I know. I always do crazy stuff, don't I? I always think of something crazy. And most of you already know that I am crazy. Just eyeball, guys, just a little straight and a little Let's eyeball it. Okay. Best way is of course to let this dry nicely. Alright, now the plan is to, now I really hope that I have enough even. The plan is that we now gonna, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna wave this one inside. I wanna start up. Alright. I always do other things that's okay. This, yeah, this, alright. That's the plan. Is this the plan? Yep, this is the plan. To wave us that's the plan. I'm just gonna, I have no clue guys, I really don't have a clue if this is going to be working or not, but I'm just gonna go with the flow and try things out. So yep, I am gonna glue down the first spot right here, nice straight, and then, or maybe it's better that we first cut this down nicely on the right spot. Let's do that. There we go, and then just glue this down. Really, there is way too much glue coming out of it. I had it clean. I am always nagging about the glue bottle. Too much, too little. There's always something wrong with it. Alright, now let's get started with the next one. The next one goes under. Yep, move down. And for this one, I really like having a nice little piece right here. Something like that. And still I have no clue if we have enough or not. I have no clue. We'll see about that in a second. Like I always said, I always do something, but well, you have to understand, I can try this out without you guys, but then I only have one shot, guys. I only have one shot right here. I do have only one shot. Alright. Let's see. We have another one. This goes here. Reminds me of the school days. Who else have the same feeling? First I'm gonna put some glue on this one. Gotta place it down on the right spot. This is actually the fault of a nice friend of mine who makes such amazing cards. And I saw her doing this wave technique with paper on a card, and I was really impressed by it, and now I wanted to give it a go. Yeah, and maybe there is a better technique, but okay, I always love to do it my way, and I definitely do not know if my way is correctly, but that's how I do it. Alright. Cutting this down. Oh my gosh. But I already love how it turns out, but I am crazy, I know. But it's fun. Alright, now I have only one long one. So maybe we have to reduce the pocket, but that's okay. That's no problem at all. This is so cool to do. And here we go. Alright, well, we almost are at the top, so that's actually pretty cool. Alright, I think the best way is now to cut this one down a little shorter, then glue it all tight. Yeah. Oh, I do have a long one, but I think we are. What shall we do? I do have a long one, but that means that the pocket is going to be a little higher, and you never know where I'm going to use it for, so I'm satisfied, guys. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to try to keep that little square right here to be a little equal with the other one. Just, yeah, something like this. Go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's super cool. Yes, I love it. Alright, glue it down. And maybe it's not the best way how I did it. But like I told you, first time ever, guys, so don't judge me just yet. Just it was a tryout, a really fun tryout. Wow, I really like it. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I think it's super, super cute. So cool. Maybe, and it's still possible, I'm gonna cut down this a little bit so I still have the little square ones. Wait just a sec. Just a tiny bit off. Yeah, that's way better. Yep, that's cool. That's nice. Guys, I really love it. Alright, so, oh my goodness. Look at this pocket. Is that cool or what? And we did that with washi tape. Oh my goodness. Don't forget the bottom. Okay, stay away from the fold line, guys, so be as close as you can get in this corner right here. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I really like it. What shall we do on the background? Okay, we do have some pink. Oh. Oh, this is nice and fancy. Okay, just gonna go and look. Now I really think, yeah. I keep it plain. So what do you think? You like it? I like it. Now you don't need to go all the way down. There we go. Having this. Saving the little pieces. Yes, guys, another cute pocket. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I always say, you can hate it or you can love it, but I think it's super cool. Now I even am if you do this on acetate, then you would have a nice, that would be awesome. If you make an acetate pocket or a nice see-through and then this, oh wow, that would be awesome too. Yeah, I really like it. Alright guys, I hope you like it too. It was just an idea what I had last night, and I could not keep it out of my head to just give it a shot. Alright, so that's it. Maybe it's nice to decorate a little, maybe with some of this or something. I don't know if you like that, but we always can do that. We always can do that. Something like this, then you still have a nice pocket. But that gives the edge a little bit. Or maybe some ribbon or something. Or a flower. We always can decorate. Oh. Something like that. It really gives the finishing touch. Alright, but we'll see about that. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. See you. Alright guys, I ended up with, could not resist, just making love on, not making love. Okay, just use the word love to glue it down, just to give it just a little extra touch. Then on the inside I made a booklet which I smooched with some tissue with oxide. Is really cool, really amazing ink. I use for this one the Victorian velvet, and I stamped a little bit, and I use an image. The image are randomly searched, so maybe you have this one, or maybe you have this one, or maybe you have this one. This one fits also perfect. So there are so many cute women or girls or children or flowers to be found in your kit. So if you have the same image, perfect, but if you don't, just search for one. You do have a nice one in your kit. Alright, and then the back I also smooched, and I still learning, guys. Like this one I just did the same one as the other one, and then with the same tissue paper I just smooched the edges a little bit more without using the original smooching tools. And then on the back I just grabbed the same thing and I just did the same movement, but then with this one, and it looks so much different, but wow, I really like it. So yeah, just here using a tissue paper gives you a really nice other texture for to smooch your edges. I really like it. So yeah, super cool, super cute. So that's for this one. So let's go to the back. Super cool. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do on this side.